Welcome to Economics and Research Academy. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of game theory. Whether you are a gamer, a student, or just someone curious about the decision-making strategies, this video will break down the concepts and show you how game theory applies to everyday life. Let's get started. What is game theory? First, define the game theory. At its core, game theory is the study of strategic decision making. It's about understanding the choices of others and using that knowledge to make the best decisions for yourself. This field was revolutionized by mathematicians like John von Neumann and John Nash. And in economics, game theory is a framework for understanding situations where multiple decision makers interact and outcome for each participant depends on the choices made by all involved. It involves analyzing the strategic interactions where each player's success in making decisions depend on the choices of others. Here are some key aspects of game in economics. First, players, the decision makers in the game, which can be individuals, firms, countries, or any entities with preferences and objectives. 2. Strategies, the possible actions each player can take. A strategy defines how a player will act in every possible situation within the game. Payoffs, the rewards or outcomes that players receive as a result of the strategies they choose. Payoffs can be profits, utilities, or any measure of benefit. Payoff Matrix, when there are two players and a finite number of strategies, for each player we can draw the normal form of game with a payoff matrix. The payoffs for player 1 is listed first and in red color, and the payoffs for player 2 in listed in second order with green color. The strategies are, for player 1 we can say that S1 is equal to up and down, and for player 2 we can say strategy for player 2 S2 is equal to left and right. And the payoff function for player 1 is, if we say that player 1 is playing up left, then it is 1, and if we say that player 1 is playing up and right, then it is 0. Similarly, we can also set for the payoff function for player 2. Games, the scenarios or models that describe the interactions between players. Games can be cooperative or non-cooperative, static or dynamic. 5. Equilibrium, a situation where no player can improve their payoff by unilaterally or changing their strategy, given the strategies of the other players. The most well-known equilibrium concept is the Nash equilibrium, after the name of John Nash. Subgames in economics. First, zero-sum games. One player's gain is exactly another player's loss. The total payoff remains constant. Non-zero-sum games. Each player's gains and losses are not necessarily equal, and cooperation can lead to better outcomes for all players. Simultaneous mob games. Players make decisions at the same time without knowing the choices of others. For example, the prisoner's dilemma. Sequential mob games. Players make decisions one after another, with later players having some knowledge of earlier actions. For example, chess. Cooperative games. Players can form coalitions and negotiate joint strategies and share payoffs. Non-cooperative games. Players act independently without collaboration, focusing on individual strategies. Applications in economics. Market competition. Analyzing how firms set prices, output levels, and Product features in competitive markets. Auctions. Designing and understanding bidding strategies and auction formats. Bargaining. Studying negotiations between parties such as wage negotiations between employers and employees. Oligopoly models. Examining interactions among a few dominant firms in a market such as Cournot, Bertrand, and Stackelberg competition models. Public goods and common resources. Understanding how individuals or firms decide on the provision and use of shared resources. Voting systems. Analyzing strategic voting behavior and the design of electoral systems. Game theory provides valuable insights into the strategic behavior, helping economists predict outcomes in various scenarios and design mechanisms to achieve desired economic objectives. By learning these concepts, you can make better decisions in games, business, and everyday life. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content. Comment below with how you have been seeing game theory in real world.